Hello everyone, welcome back to the Walt kitchen. My name is Roy Harel and today I'm going to show you how to create a dish which I have conjured up in my own kitchen, which takes up my favorite parts of Mediterranean foods and put it into one wholesome and delicious platter. Let's get to it. The first ingredient is the carbs, which is pita bread. You can create your own pita bread, you can bake it at home, but it takes around 3 hours, so I prefer to get mine from the store. The one that I got it from is from New Jersey and they create absolutely delicious pita, so there is no downside to this. The second part of the dish is the spreads, tahini and hummus. And these two spreads are quintessentially Mediterranean, and every single dish or food involves something with tahini or hummus, sesame seeds, stuff like that. The third part of this dish is what I call a Mediterranean salad. Some people call it Israeli salad, other people call it Arabian salad, but Mediterranean salad is the perfect name for it because it's eaten all around that area of the world. The last part of this dish is the chicken, which is made into a form of chicken shish kebab and seasoned with different ingredients and spices which are available in the Mediterranean in current days. Let's get to it. First thing we'll tackle is the chicken, which is really easy to make and it is absolutely delicious when it comes out, and it can feed your entire family any day of the week. So first thing we're going to do is take the chicken and cut them up into little cubes like this, around an inch in length, which might make them bite-sized and make them easy to cook in a very short amount of time. So the first thing we'll do is season with salt and pepper, which is by far the most important part for any chicken. I suggest kosher salt because of its grain size, and I think it tastes better. Freshly ground pepper is also really preferred than just pre-ground pepper. It gives it a better taste and gives it a little more flavor. Next we'll place some olive oil. We'll just put a little bit, you don't want to make the chicken too oily. To counter the oiliness of the olive oil, we'll use just a little bit of lemon juice to give it a little bit of sour taste, although it won't be as present in the chicken when it's done. Now, when squeezing a lemon, the best thing to do is to put your hand out and just keep your fingers a little bit distance apart, just to give it some room for the lemon juice to drop into your dish. This is to keep any seeds from getting into the chicken itself, which I really don't have to say is not a good idea. So we're just gonna put a little bit, like so, and trust me when I say that I did wash my hands beforehand. Next, we'll put a little bit of garlic powder. It gives it a really nice flavor, and I enjoy garlic powder a lot. It's never a substitute for real garlic, but I think it's just as good. Next, we'll add some basil. You can add dried basil or fresh basil. To me, it tastes about the same. It's whichever one you prefer, but a nice herbal taste is always good with dishes like this. So we're just gonna put just a little bit in. Same thing with the oregano. Just sprinkle a little bit in. You don't want to overwhelm the chicken. And lastly, I would prefer to use parsley. Again, you can use fresh parsley, dried parsley. To me, it really does not make a difference. The chicken tastes delicious any way you do it. So we're just gonna sprinkle just a little bit, just like the other herbs, and we're done with that. The last seasoning I would suggest you to add is paprika. I would prefer to use the less spicy one for those who don't enjoy spice, and the Hungarian version to you who like very spicy chicken. We're gonna sprinkle a little bit more in because it gives a nice taste to the chicken, which cannot be replicated if you don't put enough. Lastly, we'll add some white cooking wine. Just a little bit. And now we're gonna mix it all together and get to know each other. Now that you've got your chicken all seasoned up and familiarized with the herbs and different liquids that you're going to use, you're going to take metal skewers. Now you can use wooden skewers as well, but I prefer metal skewers above all. Now you're going to take the chicken and just simply place it onto the skewer, one on top of the other, to create a shish kebab. The best thing to do now is to be patient, because in a little while your mouth will thank you. And there we go. Shake it a little bit so that it evens out, and place that aside, and then just repeat. Again, just like the other one, give it a little shake and get that out the way. When roasting the chicken, I would prefer to use a tray like this, the one that has like a really deep basin, because you don't want any juices that will drip from the chicken while it's cooking in the oven to get into your oven and stink up your place. So we're gonna lay the chicken like so, evenly distanced. And what's really important now is to give it one last coating of paprika to give it the flavor it needs to be quintessential Mediterranean chicken. Now, when roasting the chicken, I would prefer to put it on high heat into the oven for around 10 to 20 minutes. The temperature should be around 400 to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. And in no time, you will have absolutely remarkable, delicious, and juicy chicken for everyone to enjoy. After your chicken is seasoned, as I said, put it in a 400 degrees Fahrenheit oven for around 10 to 20 minutes. I think that 15 minutes should be just enough time to give you the delicious chicken that everyone is hoping for. Now that the chicken is in the oven, let's take the time and create our Mediterranean salad. It's really easy to make and really quick, and I think it's absolutely delicious. Now, before you touch the vegetables, the most important thing you have to do is to wash your hands, because if you touch things like raw meat and then after that vegetables, you want to make sure that you're not causing cross-contamination. And the best thing to do that is just give your hands a little rinse. It takes a second, and it's really, really important. So first thing we're going to do is take our vegetables, the cucumber and the tomatoes, and cut them up into little centimeter wide pieces and put them in a bowl. It doesn't have to be arranged in any way. You just gotta plop it in there. Next, we're going to add the lemon juice. Gives it a nice little zesty and sour taste, which I believe is absolutely delicious. We're going to use the same method as last time and squeeze about half a lemon's worth of juice into the salad. Next, the salt. I like a lot of salt, but for all intents and purposes, you can put as much salt as you like. A little salt, a lot of salt. It depends on your preferences. Lastly, we're going to take the olive oil that we used earlier on the chicken and just add just a little bit to the salad. Now, if you want to impress your friends, you can always just toss like this. But if you don't want to get your food all over your kitchen, you can always just mix it. It's been around 15 minutes, so now we can take out our amazing looking chicken. Turned out better than I hoped. Now it's time to plate up, so keep at least one glove and take one of your skewers and place it on a plate, like so. Take the other one as well. Now you can take your pitas and cut them in half to reveal a little pocket in the middle where you can take all your other food products and place them within. And you could just plate them up like this. It doesn't have to look artsy in any way. But if you want to impress other people, your friends, family, you can make it look like that. And then in a small bowl you can just put a portion of your salad, which I hope you prepared earlier. Like that. And to go with it, the hummus and tahini on the side. And that's basically it. That's how you can create at your home or away the absolutely delicious Mediterranean platter. It takes around 30 minutes and it's amazing. It's delicious and I hope you try it out. This has been the Walt Kitchen. I'm Roy Harel and I'll see you next time.